Welcome to another episode of Section 305, the sports show. I'm here with the crew, my team. One of them has disappeared. Oh, there he is. He's back in action. We got.
I thought you were gonna introduce us. So we were gonna come in the introduction.
I was about to say we got Kolya Bosa with Nick Tagovailoa.
Yes,
What's
sir.
going on, guys? How's it going,
Not
guys?
much. I'm ready for the NFL season. Ready for the Dolphins to finish first in the AFC East, baby.
Man, you would even believe that.
Yeah, you're right. I don't believe
You
that.
don't even believe that, man. You're just wearing
Hey,
it.
man. Right now, it's everyone's 0-0. So technically, all I'm hearing is the Dolphins are tied for first in the AFC East.
I mean, 0-0 is exactly similar to 24-24, right, Kolya?
I think it's. I'm going to speak for Kolya, actually. I think it's actually 500. I think it's the same thing, actually. It's tied.
That's what I'm saying. It's similar.
But every team's 0-0
similar as a
right
tie,
now.
24-24. I mean, obviously, because it's the preseason. So we're going to be giving our takeaways. But, yeah, I know. I respect you because you're a fan like me. Like, we go through ups and downs. I mean, like, us at the same time with the Miami Heat, we're going through a downfall. Right now, we're trying to get up. You're the Dolphins. My Patriots actually look a little bit nicer this season. I'm not giving them expectations. Their defense is always going to be elite. Mike Vrabel as a new head coach, that's a big step for us. Our offense is going to progress. It's not going to have an impactful. It's going to be a little better since Tom Brady left that team. And then with the Panthers, yep. And with the Panthers, we're celebrating the only South Florida team making us proud. Well,
not the Carolina Panthers. I think they can break out too.
The Carolina Panthers.
I mean, actually, it's not a bad. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a bad take, just because the Carolina Panthers, Hunter Renfrow has been balling out.
Bryce Young had a great year at the end of last year.
We have to see if the transfers over this year, though.
The Panthers have been irrelevant since Cam Newton left. What are you talking about?
Yep.
I mean, can we see to believe?
I'm not saying that
it was just a
preseason.
Bro, it was a preseason game, and they didn't even won.
It's preseason.
So this is what I'm saying. So you just mentioned Carolina Panthers. Oh, they're also in that Florida Panthers situation.
Dude,
and then in baseball, I don't even know what to tell you. Like
how about we just get right into baseball, Raul? Because I know how excited you are to talk about your New York Yankees.
Oh my God.
And me not putting them in the playoffs.
For real. I mean, I wouldn't actually be opposed to that, Kolya, because wow. All right, so let's get into it. I mean, the Mets also, I know you guys are not a fan of that New York team. I already know Kolya.
The Mets are my second team. Team.
Now they're just what? For what? For what reason?
Well, because I grew up in the area. That's why.
Bro,
where you grew up? You grew up in Los Angeles.
I grew up in New Jersey. What are you talking about?
He was born in New Jersey.
Bro, you've been through the whole United States. Have they been sending you like a UPS box or something? Like emailing you to different cities and states?
One,
like from San Diego to New York.
If you got one, just let me know.
From San Diego to New York to Florida. I mean, that's actually very interesting because you've been basically in the marketing areas.
I've been in all the big cities.
That's nice.
Chicago next. No, I'm kidding.
Chicago next, really? You would like to live in that city?
I would, yeah.
I mean, Chicago's not a bad city, but yeah, it's gonna be more colder than what
I'm fine with that.
I mean, he's been used to it. He lived in Jersey. He'll be fine.
All right, I get that. So, hey, the Mets yesterday with Pete Alonso, I mean, he just surpassed Darryl Strawberry as the leader in home runs franchise history, and he did it in 7 years, guys. That's crazy. And what he still can continue to like produce, extend that type of record. And right now, like he's 100 hits away from getting to 1,000 in 7 years. I mean, dog, that's the only momentum right now that the Mets actually celebrated something big in a while since their appearance in the World Series in 2015, which they lost.
They almost made it last year.
They were 2 games away from making it, but obviously they surpassed expectations. We gotta recognize that they surpassed expectations. But now with the new addition of Juan Soto, they had a good start They were one of the best teams in the NL. Then they were looking a little bit, how do you say? They were struggling, suspicious at the end of the first half, and then the second half has been a roller coaster ride for them. So, like, the Mets have been in that conversation in the beginning of the season. I'm not talking right now because I said this in my sports show that right now I can't put them over the Phillies. I cannot put them over the Brewers, who are hot streak right now, 12 wins in a row, and I can't put them
in baseball.
Yeah, in general, the Brewers, and right now, like next to the Blue Jays, they're one of the most balanced team, like in the batting, the bullpen, and defensively. So if I have like in the NL, the Brewers, the Phillies, the Dodgers, and the Padres. And the Padres are actually the biggest sleeper right now that can make it to the World Series, especially with some of the new additions they made before the MLB trade deadline. Like, let's talk about, since I'm right now mentioning the Mets, the NL. Like, what are your predictions right now through the whole teams? Like, who do you think are going to be the team that conquers the first position and the 6 teams that enter?
You want to start, or you want me to start?
You can start.
Well, you know me, Raul. I'm not the biggest baseball guy, but I'll try my hardest to give you guys a little bit of my input. I think the Phillies are going to finish first.
Really?
I think the Phillies are going to finish first. I've always been a Bryce Harper
streak, even with the Brewers having that hot streak.
Listen, man, hot streaks end. It's a part of sports. And
they've done it twice this season.
Hey, man, it doesn't matter.
Over 10. All right.
There's 6.5
teams will fall off. It happens. It's sports. And who's to say that the Phillies can't go on a run right now? So, in my opinion, I think it's going to be the Phillies. We're going to go Milwaukee. I'm honestly going to keep San Diego in the 3rd seed. I think they'll finish there. I think the Dodgers will finish in the 4th. Chicago, I'll keep them in the 5th. And I think the Reds are actually going to be the 6th team in the wild card in the NL.
Really? The Reds over.
I think. Yes.
He's doing it. He's doing it
over the Giants. Over the Giants.
No, I'm not doing it to anger. I actually had
over the Giants are.
They've been struggling, but still, like they got a better bullpen than the Phillies right now. Even though the Phillies are top 10, both batting and pitching, like obviously that's why I understand they're one of the teams possibly to beat. So that's not a bad take that you have them as number 1, especially since they last appeared in the World Series, they've had that expectations to return.
Of course,
and win it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, right now they're playing the Reds right now, but they're losing in the top of the 5th, 1-0. But this is what I mean. The Reds. I mean, I like the Reds. I really like the Reds a lot for some reason. I don't know what it is about this team. They have a really difficult schedule coming up, but I think they're going to pull ahead. I think a lot of teams are going to be I think they're going to undermine this Reds team coming up.
You're just a fan of Ellie?
I'm not an Ellie fan. I'm a Marlins fan, unfortunately.
Damn.
I mean,
But you're not a fan of LA Lakers?
I do like him. He's a nice player.
TJ Friedl, he's nice as well.
Listen, if I had to really go off of any Red, and the reason why I like that team is because of Joey Votto. I mean, that's my guy for the Reds, but he obviously doesn't fucking play.
Yeah, obviously. He retired. He
retired. I'm just saying. But with this Reds team, I like the direction that they're going in. I think they can make a push for the playoffs as a 6th seed.
It would have been nice, actually, to see him, like, at least go to an NL championship series.
At least once in his career,
At least something as further as that.
Something similar. There's always players in every sport that happens.
Like Mike Trout. Look at Mike Trout. A 0 playoff appearance with the Angels. I would like to see him in a contending team. So, Kolya, the floor is yours. So, all right, before that, just a reminder, you said the Phillies first, the Brewers second. You had the Dodgers third.
San Diego. I'm thinking San Diego third.
Dodgers.
And then Dodgers, Cubs, and Reds.
Cubs and Reds. That's nice, actually. That's a good prediction. How about you, Kolya? Padres first.
Yeah, Padres first. No, I'm gonna put the Brewers first. I think they've been the best team in baseball for like the last couple of weeks. I think that they continue that stretch because they're one of like 3 teams right now with 70 wins, so that's impressive. Philly, I think, is going to be number 2. It's always hard to beat Philly. Like when they get into the postseason, it's like no matter who's on their roster, who's managing it, like they're going to be tough. So I'm going to put them at 2. I'm gonna put the Padres at 3 because that's my team. I'm gonna keep. I am actually gonna keep it the way that it is right now.
Really?
I think the Cubs will finish 4th, the Dodgers will finish 5th, and the Mets will finish 6th.
The Dodgers.
The Dodgers finish in 5th. Yeah. They haven't been playing too great though.
I mean, in that batting.
Ohtani hit into a triple play yesterday.
Okay, but remember, bro. Remember, he's been a year without pitching because of that shoulder injury that he had.
He
required surgery, so he's been a designated hitter for the past 2 seasons, like including this one, mostly than just being a overall player that began like a couple of weeks ago or a month or so. Like he's still trying to get his rhythm in that spot.
But I feel like regardless of that, there's still a certain expectation for Ohtani. Like Ohtani is like a generational player. He's the next Babe Ruth, as people would like to say. Regardless of that, like, he still has that expectation to perform. Regardless, like obviously he's coming off his injury. But how many weeks has he come off his injury now? Like a week or 2?
Yeah.
Like by now he should be.
He's been rehabbing it since last season, and then he started as a designated hitter this season, and he's been mostly in that spot.
Yeah, he's been mostly a designated hitter. Yeah, but I feel like that's a fine position for him. Like that's all he needs to do, really.
I think if the Dodgers wanted to, like they could be number 2 in the NL. I mean, they're only like 2 games out, but
I just think they're in a good spot right now.
I think. I don't know. I think I like the other teams ahead of them. That's why.
All right, so I mean, your list is not bad. I'm just gonna say this. First of all, I gave the Braves the benefit of the doubt. Wow, they disappointed. Hugely.
No, okay.
They were the most disappointing team right now in the NL.
I thought you were gonna put them in.
No, bro, they're 18 games. Bro, they're 18 games below the
18-game win streak.
They're 6 games below the Marlins.
Man, I'm not even gonna take you serious right now with that. I'm not gonna even take you serious.
Put the Marlins in. I dare you. If it's Anthony, you know he would put them in.
He put Marlins. I mean, hey, aren't you a Marlins fan as well, Nick?
Yeah, that is. I just said it, but I don't want people to know about that.
Hey man, look, the Marlins are as good as the Diamondbacks and the Giants now.
We'll make sure that we'll edit that part from you.
Thank you.
All right, so these are my top. You can see the image. I'm actually with Kolya as well. The Brewers. Why? Not only because of the winning streak. I mean, the last 2 games. Last 2 games, 26 home runs. 26 runs scored. 26 runs scored. They dominated the Pirates. Obviously, the Pirates are 51-71. They don't got expectations at all. But they got certain good pitchers like Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens struggled a little bit. Well, not a little bit. He struggled yesterday against this offense from the Brewers. But you know that this team is top 3, both batting and pitching. Like, they're the most balanced team right now. They got fire inside of them. Christian Yelich, who actually is the first season in a while that is making a lot of noise with this team. And then Contreras at the same time, like he's balling. The rest of the roster, like every single one of them is averaging over 250, which is actually the batting average.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So like this team right now, like has the whole recipe. They check all the boxes. And you seen Isaac Collins and Sal Frelick at the same time, like doing their thing. Bryce Turang, like they got basically a complete team. Now this is where it got a little bit complicated for me, but I'm not doing this for Kolya, I swear to God. But the Padres, I said it last season. I said they're going to the World Series, and they were 1 game away from eliminating the Dodgers. They were up 2-1. And they could have, if they went against the Mets, they were going to the World Series. And the way the Yankees were not convincing, mostly Aaron Judge averaging below 200 and below 100 in that World Series. And the Padres didn't have the same bullpen as the Dodgers, but they actually had decent
Yeah, no, they could have competed against the Yankees.
They could have gone to the World Series and win it all. And now, from seeing that they are now number one, because they now captured their 5th straight win. If the Dodgers lose, they stay leading in the West Division. And right now, they're chasing also like the Phillies. They already surpassed the Dodgers.
Yep.
They're going to be like right there at the end of the day, like trying to catch for their first spot the Brewers. But I think the Brewers are taking way advantage right now. Like they are separating themselves from every single team in the NL. So it's going to be very difficult to catch them. So, but I'll have them as the battling between the Phillies. Those are going to be my top 3. So I got the Padres, top 2, top 3. I got the Phillies. Top 4, I gotta have the Dodgers. I don't know who put them number 5. I think it was Kolya or
me. Yeah, it was me.
Kolya. I mean, you still, bro. Like they invested so much money last season when they won the World Series. They did the same thing this season. That's why everybody's starting to complain to Ron Manfred. Yo, this salaries, cap space.
I like the Cubs though.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of similar to something the Florida Panthers have done. Where they just get they get who they want. They get who
but
they
there's
want.
Exactly, and it's not their fault. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, they can give those big contracts and defer like they did with Ohtani, so they can pay him like year by year what they're gonna be owing him, and then sign more players like they did with Yoshinobu Yamamoto. What they've been signing new pitchers, also reinforcing the offense. Like right now, that team is still dangerous in the playoffs, and they are still, even though if they end up top 5 in the 4th, 5th position, they're still gonna be the team to beat. They're the champions, so it's the same thing. You gotta, in order to make it all the way to the top, you gotta knock out the champions.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So I can't disrespect them and put them like 5th or 6th, but what I've been watching by the Phillies and the Padres, they're more stable right now. And the Brewers, I already said they're the most balanced team. So those are my order. Then top 5, that's where it got complicated for me, because right now, like between the Cubs and Mets, those are my 2 last positions. It's very difficult, but right now, like the Cubs at the same time, they've been struggling offensively. So, and the Mets right now, at the same time, they're 2-8 in the last 10 games. So that's why I'm like juggling here, like who do I choose? But the Mets had more expectation than the Cubs, so it would actually be very disappointed that they ended capturing the last spot for the playoffs, because that would say a lot on the highs and lows season that they had, and how a lot of people are not going to be convinced how far are they going to get in the playoffs. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, put them in 5, and the Cubs capturing the last spot in the NL.
Wow.
Okay.
Interesting that you think the Mets are going to pass the Cubs.
Yeah, hey, man, it can happen. They're only
3.5. They're 3.5 out right now.
The Mets are 64-55. The Cubs are 67-51.
Yeah,
so they're not
it's crazy because 2 through 5 they're all 2 games out from each other. So the Phillies, Padres, Cubs, and Dodgers are all 2 games out from each other. So one series, and then the Cubs could finish second. No, they can't finish second, but you know what I mean. Like they can.
Yeah,
they'll be there.
Where they've
been the other 3.
The Cubs, they've been good at offense, just not lately. And then, but in the bullpen, like they're top 14, if I'm not mistaken. Now the Mets, that's where pitching is what actually wins championships, especially infield and outfield defense. And so the Mets actually have that. Like, a lot of people are paying attention at their offense because you got Pete Alonso, you got Brandon Nimmo, you got Francisco Lindor, you got Juan Soto. Like, you've got, like, a good offense. You got a squad, but you guys are ranked 21 in batting. That's why people are, like, surprised the struggles that they had during the season. but in the pitching area, they're top 7. So like that's why I feel like at the end of the day, they're gonna rely a little bit on that by the ending of the season, and that's where it's gonna be interesting in what position that they're gonna land. But right now, well, after what I'm seeing, I see them as the 5th. Cannot disrespect the champion Dodgers. I have them for the Padres and the Phillies right now. They are in a hot streak, and they're trying to conquer their respective division. And then you got the Brewers, who are miles and miles and miles away from the rest of the NLs. And then the Cubs.
We'll see what happens in the postseason with them, but yeah, they are fascinating.
I agree what Nick said earlier. To piggyback, as a reminder, MLB is not the same as NBA, NHL, NFL. Like your predictions are mostly on point, or at least you guys have a higher percentage of knowing who's the favorite, who has the expectations to make it all the way. MLB, you struggle in a series, and that's it. You're out. Yeah. You're out. Like the most underrated.
It's because there's too many games.
The most underrated underdog team can make it all the way to the World Series and win it. Look at the Nationals in 2018-19, if I'm not mistaken.
Look at the Texas Rangers a few years ago.
I mean, the Rangers offensively, they were strong.
Yeah, but they were like a wild card team.
And then the teams in the AL were struggling. Like the contenders, they were struggling. And then the Rangers had to do exactly. I said, if the Rangers win the series, they're winning it all. Who do they face in the AL championship? The freaking Astros. The Astros since
they beat the cheaters.
Okay. We're gonna go back to that right now, man. We'll have that topic for another day. Since 2017 to 2023. Minimum, they had an appearance in the AL championship game. It was last season that Detroit knocked them out. But the Astros, the cheaters, you want to name them? I'm not going to actually fight that off because, that's the most controversial team. That's the most controversial team. And basically, in history for the books, it's going to be known as they didn't deserve that championship. I 100% agree with that. Talent-wise, they had it. So I don't know why they had to go all the way with that scenario. But yeah, like the Astros, they're going to be a dangerous team coming this season. But what I'm trying to say is that they knocked out the Astros in the AL championship game. And then us thinking they were going to face the Phillies, who was the underdog that took them out? The Diamondbacks. I mean, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that was a weird fight. That was
a weird World Series. Like, it was supposed to be Phillies and Rangers, and that should have gone to like a 7-game series. And then people told me, all right, who do you have, the Rangers or the Phillies in Game 7? Man, I would have.
I think the Phillies would.
I would have given it to Philly because I think their bullpen was better, but the Rangers bullpen did a hell of a job in the playoffs.
That's what I mean though. Like Philly, like they're always going to be tough in the playoffs. Like,
exactly.
So like Bryce Harper is
JT Realmuto, Kyle Schwarber. Man, he just connected his home run number 42, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, something. He's been going crazy this year.
So basically, just to wrap it up in the MLB, we already have our top 6. Who do we have in our top 6 AL? Like, I mean, number 1, I'll have the Blue Jays right now.
Oh, I thought you had the Mariners because they're on the screen.
I mean, they were the winners with the addition of Eugenio Suarez and Cal Raleigh. Those are 2 players that have over 35 home runs. So I understand.
And Naylor, right? They got Naylor too.
Josh Naylor. They got Josh Naylor. Like that's what I'm saying. They were the biggest winners. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we talked about this after the trade deadline. I said that.
Yeah, we talked about it like at the trade deadline.
Yeah, I said the Mariners, the Blue Jays, and the Astros were the winners. And the NL, I just had the Padres. I had the Padres. I said like they're like right now they reinforced the bullpen. At the same time, like offensively, they got the exact pieces that they need. So they're gonna be making a lot of noise throughout the rest of the second half of the season. So yeah, surprisingly, I got the Blue Jays because right now they're top 10, both pitching and batting. Not the Mariners. The Mariners like are not struggling in that side of the defensive and the pitching. But right now, like the Blue Jays at the same time are also like extending themselves, taking a lot of advantage in the AL. Like, it all happened when they went on a run and they just knock out the Yankees in that East division. And then after that, like, after they made some interesting additions, like, you saw yesterday's game, like Jose Berrios, bro, he went crazy. He lasted 5 innings, 0 runs scored. And that defense with Bobby Chet, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at the first base,
they're gross.
Bro, they made some plays that you're like, holy crap, what is this? I mean, defense wins championships at the same time pitching. So, like, right now, I understand, like, the Mariners, right now, they look nice. But I have the best offensive team taking that number 1 spot. They got a couple of good pitchers, but I'm not going to lie, they're ranked 21 in that area. But in the fielding, they're one of the top 10 teams in the league. So, I got to take them. Then I had the Mariners, which is interesting because in my sports show a couple of weeks ago, I had the Astros winning the division. But right now, the Mariners, after all the trade scenario, I have to put them number 2. Then I got
They're tied actually right now with the Astros.
They're tied. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they got the tiebreaker. But that's why they're number 1 because they got the tiebreaker. So I have them number 2. I got the Tigers, who still have a 3-game lead on the Mariners as 3 because they had a good start. They finished strong in the first half, but in the second half, they've actually regressed. They've actually looked a little suspicious. They still are in a good situation. They're in a good position. They got an amazing bullpen, which they were top 3 last season.
Yeah, they're top 3 right now in ERA, if I'm not mistaken, in the ALS.
And so right now, like, they are a team that supposedly we had to beat after the struggles that we've been seeing from teams in every single division, like the Yankees, the Guardians, and the Royals, teams that downgraded all of a sudden throughout this season. So the Tigers, they look like the clear favorites to win the Central Division. I had them as top 3. Then I got the Astros, top 4. I got the Red Sox, top 5.
Okay.
And then I got, sadly, but I'm not going to leave them out, I got the Yankees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, shocking.
No way.
I got the Yankees. I'm not going to put the Guardians over them. Definitely, I'm not going to put the Rangers. And why I mentioned those teams? Because the Guardians are number 2 in the Central Division. The Rangers are number 3, exactly .500 with the same record, 61-61. So right now, like, the Royals don't convince. The Twins, after they traded Carlos Correa, and what we've seen against the Yankees losing 2 games, like, right now, we can't even discard them from the playoffs. So right now, it would be between the Guardians and the Yankees for that last spot. But, man, I think it would be the most disappointing team in MLB history to not make the playoffs. And right now, I cannot be thinking about that. So let's just, like, visualize the Yankees. They're going to earn the last spot, which is still disappointing because they should be top, like, at least top 3, you know what I'm saying? Minimum, top 1 maximum. But, yeah, Guardians right now, they scare me because right now they're right over there trying to catch them. They got the same losing mark, but then the Guardians are 2 games down from the winning side because they got 2 less games than the Yankees.
Yeah.
They got 2 less games. So those are I got the favorite to win it, like the AL, to take the first position in the AL, Blue Jays, and then the rest of the 6 that I just mentioned, which is the Mariners, the Tigers, Astros, Red Sox, and Yankees.
Okay. So roughly the same as the standings right now. You just have the Mariners and the Tigers switched.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So you got, well, you said that you were surprised I don't have the Mariners number 1. Who do you have number 1?
You want me to go? All right, I'll go. I mean, I think the Mariners will finish number 1.
Okay.
I think
it's not a bad prediction.
I think that their additions are going to really help them later on in the year, I think. I mean,
mostly in the batting.
And Cal Raleigh, I think is
MVP.
Yeah, he's gonna be the AL MVP. But Suarez is a great player. Arozarena's had a pretty good year.
Julio Rodriguez.
So far. Rodriguez. I mean,
now they got Josh Naylor.
Yeah, I worry about their pitching, but I think they should be good enough to finish number one. Now, making the World Series is different, but I think that they will finish number one in the AL. And then number two, I think it's going to be the Blue Jays. I think they've been solid all year, and that's not going to stop. I think Max Scherzer. I love the addition that they had Max Scherzer. After in the offseason. And then number 3, I'm going to go with the AL Cy Young winner, in my opinion, in Tarik Skubal. Yeah, from the Tigers.
That would be back-to-back.
Yeah.
That would be back-to-back if he wins it.
He's crazy.
He's crazy. Yeah. I mean, before you finish, the Mariners with the new additions, they're gonna get much better in the batting, but they're still top 10 in the pitching. I mean, they have a couple of injuries.
I think that could cause. But I mean, they're not too far.
But now they're a little bit more healthy. Yeah, I understand. So you got the Mariners, Blue Jays, Tigers, and then
I got the Astros 4th. I still think they're like I said with the Phillies, they're going to be.
They're always a dangerous team.
They're dangerous. And then actually, I'm going to go, Raul, you're going to be happy about this. I'm going to put the Yankees 5th.
Oh.
I think when Aaron Judge comes back, him and the Yankees, they're going to lock in. And I mean, they're only like a half game, or they're about 2 games back from the Red Sox. I think they can. I think that they can catch them for sure.
I mean, Judge is back right now, so obviously.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, Judge is back. I mean, he hit a homer last night against the Twins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but no, he was out for a while.
I mean, yeah, but it'll take time for him to come back. But
yeah,
they should at the end of the season they should be number 5.
Their fielding is horrible. That's what I'm. And then their fielding is horrible. It's wow.
And then my number 6, I'm going with the Guardians. So I have the Red Sox
over the Red Sox. Boston is out.
The Red Sox. Yeah.
No way.
I think their trade of Devers is going to haunt them, dude. I know that
they've gotten better since the trade of Devers.
I know that they've.
They went on a 10-game winning streak before the first half.
I think they will struggle.
At
the end of this season.
You think so?
And the Guardians will pass them.
I mean, the Giants have been struggling since he arrived.
I know.
It's been a distraction.
I think the Red Sox do have the best closer in the game in Chapman.
Not only Chapman, yeah, bro.
I don't like the other parts of their team.
Bro, right now I dislike him because with the Yankees, he was completely opposite of what we signed him for, and all of a sudden with the Rangers, he was a closer, wins a chip. With the Red Sox, he's averaging basically the best stats of his career, even when he was with the Cubs. Like, right now, I dislike that dude so much. But, bro, like, I'm going to be opposite of what you just said with the Red Sox because they're one of the best offensive teams since Rafael Devers left.
I know. I just don't like the rest of their team, honestly.
And they're top 8 pitching. Like, what is not to like right now? And Alex Cora as a coach. Don't disrespect my Puerto Rican right now. Alex Cora as a coach.
I trust the Guardians.
You trust the Guardians?
Yeah, I trust the Guardians more.
They've had such a roller coaster ride.
I think when Emmanuel Clase comes back, I think he'll. I mean, he's up there for one of the best closers.
Yeah.
So.
I
think it's going to be a race. I think it's going to be a race though between the Red Sox and the Guardians. It's going to be really close.
I like your list, but damn, cutting off the Red Sox, that's crazy.
I'm sorry.
What about you,
the Red
Nick?
Sox?
Well, just to finish up our segment on MLB, I'm going to say the Tigers are actually going to finish first.
I mean,
regardless of them being suspect, They have a really favorable schedule for the rest of the season with teams that are under 500. So I think they can pull through and just honestly just take the first seed at that point. They've been top 3, like as I said before, they were top 3 in ERA. They have really good pitching. They have good hitters. Like it's just a good team. Like yes, they've been suspect in the past, but again, a lot of the teams now are just going to be setting up for them just to get ready for the playoffs. That's at least what it's going to feel like for them. At second, I'm actually gonna go a little wild here on this one. I'm gonna say Houston finishes in the second seed. I'm going to take the Astros as the second seed. I think they're going to be a sneaky team that comes up.
You know what's funny? Nick? The Astros can finish 2, 3, 4, 5th, 6th spot. That's a team that still is going to probably make it to the AL championship game.
Yep. So, it doesn't matter because the expectation for that team is the same thing every single season. Yeah. Like we talked about the Phillies, bro. Their expectations to win it every year. What it is.
What's crazy is that when both of them faced in the World Series, the Astros won. Both of them have continued to have the expectations to make a minimum to the championship league in their respective and maximum to the World Series, and none of them have returned since then.
Regardless of the cheating culture that Houston has set, their culture for at least progressing towards the playoffs has really shown, and they set an expectation every single season for their players. And
Correa's back.
I really like them.
And Correa
is back. So.
Is playing better than he was with the Twins right now this season. Like he's got his mojo back.
Yeah, so I'm taking the Astros at 2. At 3, I'm going to go with the Blue Jays. I think Seattle's going to drop to 4. I think Boston will stick at 5. I think they're going to probably just linger around there, just kind of fighting their way through. Although they are a game behind or like a 2 games behind the Astros, I think they're just going to fall around there. I think that's fine. And I think the Guardians are going to make the 6th seed.
This dude, man.
Yeah, you were waiting for that. The Guardians, they've been on a hot streak since mid-July, bro. 19-7. They've been going absolutely ham. They've had one of the best bullpens in baseball. At one point, they were number 1 in their bullpen in all of baseball. They have a great roster. I like the Guardians, and that's another team that pushes for playoffs every year, and that if they can, And the Yankees, yes, they have a very favorable schedule ahead of them, but bro. You and I both know the voodoo magic going on with the Yankees right now. That it's wild, bro. Greg from work sent me a video of the Yankees, and it was like a Looney Tunes cartoon sequence, bro. Like it's something you've never seen before, and this has been going on for a while now since since before they played the Marlins, they got swept. So if they can't turn it around soon,
first time in franchise history, the Marlins swept the Yankees.
Yep. So I don't know what the Yankees are gonna do. Hopefully, Judge he can step it up again and they lock back in so they can push. But at this rate, I really don't see them going anywhere, considering that they've absolutely shown nothing to anyone.
I mean, is Aaron Boone on the hot seat?
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
of course he is, man. He's taken so many bad decisions that. Obviously, like it's suspicious if they still keep him give him the benefit of the doubt for one more season.
If they miss the playoffs, he's definitely gone.
He's definitely gone. Because you have Tom Thibodeau almost making it to the finals, and you fired him. How's that make sense?
Even if it's a wild card exit, he still needs to go. Regardless of anything, this season as a whole has been terrible for the Yankees, and this is an expectation that. Yankees fans are like, what are we watching right now? It's like watching a Marlins game with the Yankees.
They're putting bags over their head. Franchise. They're putting bags over their head. It's like a black cat running around the field. Like I don't know what's going on.
I'm telling you, it's something. Because you don't see stuff like that. You don't see like a team with all that talent just out of nowhere start throwing wild pitches. They can't field. They can't hit. They can't do anything. They can't do anything.
They cannot field at all. And that's the reason why they lost that game 5. They were up by 6 runs, and then they committed turnover after turnover after turnover, and that's how the Dodgers catch them, and all of a sudden they win the World Series.
Again, my thing is just the consistent hitting that needs to take place. The consistent hitting just needs to take place from Aaron Judge, and obviously their big players like
Stanton has been playing good. He's like after missing majority of the season, he's been playing good. But they need Cody Bellinger has been playing good.
Paul Goldschmidt, they need all of them.
Goldschmidt, they need all of them to step up. Anthony Volpe, Austin Wells.
Anthony Volpe has had a terrible season. He's had an awful season.
But in the World Series, he actually played better than Aaron Judge and some of those Yankee players. Like Austin Wells and him, they actually did good in that World Series. That's what's surprising.
Another thing about the Yankees is I like their addition of Ryan McMahon, who I think will really help out their third base.
Yep.
Their third base spot.
Rosario also.
Yeah. So that's why I have them in, but
to wrap it up, Nick, both of you had hot takes, but Nick, I've been having a rough week.
And I'm sorry, but I had that ready to go since today. I'm sorry.
Let's just go to NFL right now. Maybe this gives me a little bit more enthusiasm.
This should get you more enthusiastic. You have not a lot of expectation, but you have an exciting season for your Patriots this year, so you should be excited.
Yep, most definitely. So, guys, just to wrap the last 20 minutes of this show, we're going to be giving quick big takeaways from week 1 of the 2025 NFL preseason, and then list off our top 10 players coming in this season. So, let's since Nick, you had the first floor, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to give it
I have the first floor. You Kolya?
Kolya, what are your biggest takeaways from week 1?
I think a big takeaway is Shedeur Sanders. I think that's a big he played all right, I think, in the Browns game against the Panthers. The Panthers are a good defense.
All right.
The Panthers are not a good defense. So, and it's preseason.
No, of course.
So that's why I'm like, he played good for the preseason, but if he did this against any other team in the regular season, you'd be like, all right, this guy is going to be a bench.
I mean, to be fair, the Browns are set to finish
the Browns are probably going to be the worst team in the league. So and now he's 4th on the depth chart, and he got hurt. So I think those are some big takeaways. This is still Joe Flacco's team at the end of the day.
Okay.
Right, so
Raul, what do you think?
I gotta defer from that, but I got a couple of takeaways, but I had this as one of them. I mean, bro, what else do you want from this dude that got drafted in the 5th round? Mostly because I don't know, they were trying to give him a lesson to be a little bit more humble or something, or because he's Deion Sanders' son.
Yeah,
they expected him to be top 10. He was supposed to be a top 10 in the training camp. He's been balling. He's been playing more consistent and better than the rest of the QBs. And then you have him starting here. Obviously, just a reminder to the fans, to the public, NFL preseason is mostly tryout for the players that are trying to conquer that last spot in the positions that they play. Basically, a head start for the rookies. And then a little bit of, a couple of snaps for the veterans, the superstars, but mostly they sit them down, both in offense and defense. But we saw this week that they put Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. You know what I'm saying? It's risky.
Mahomes played.
Patrick Mahomes played. But then you saw the teams that they didn't put their stars, which let's just say it's smart, but at the same time give them a couple of snaps just for them to all right, to start warming up. That's what I'm trying to say. But it's understandable. This is not like the NBA. It's not like the NHL, MLB. This is a violent sport, so it's understandable when they sit those players out. I know that the Panthers didn't have their best players out there. At the same time, they're not a good defensive team. But, man, if you have this guy basically showing you what he did in Jackson State, what he did in Colorado, in his first preseason with all the pressure that is on him. Is he going to be QB1? Is he going to be QB2? Or even QB3 with Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, Kenny Pickett fighting for that spot? And then he goes for 2 touchdowns, 138 yards, 14 out of 23 throwing. Man, that's a good debut. That's actually him showing you what he can do. So I got to defer from what you said, Kolya. He playing bad defense, this and that. Come on, man. He had an interesting start. Now, at least for the preseason, yes, we're going to see more of this. We're going to see it consistently, especially when he plays the best defenses in the league. But at the moment, let's just say this is a good sign of what we saw in the first preseason game.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with that. Shedeur Sanders couldn't have shown anybody anything else better than what he did, regardless of it being against a third-string Carolina Panthers team. It's preseason. And when you have a guy out there that has never played an NFL snap before, and he still goes out there against that type of competition and those 2 touchdowns off of great completion percentage, it shows something. It shows that you have a guy that you can develop under Flacco, and you can put him in halfway through the season if your team's struggling.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And bro,
mind you, the Browns have already been looking into trading Dylan Gabriel.
Their schedule is brutal, though. The Browns have brutal schedule.
That's true, and especially in the division that they are with the Steelers and Ravens. Like,
it's going to be tough to put. I mean, I think Shador will start at the end of the year, but not at the beginning. Like, you're not starting in week 1.
Listen, the balance in the NFL is restored. The Browns suck again. I can be happy. Okay, balance is restored.
Hey, they were great with Baker.
Do you have another takeaway, Kolya?
Yeah, I'll say another one is Jackson Dart really impressed me against the Bills. Like, the Bills are even the second and third stringers against the for the Bills is pretty good. So I mean, Jackson Dart went 12 of 19, 154 yards, 3 carries, 24 yards, and he threw a touchdown pass. Like, I mean, there's some tough competition with that man on the screen right there, Russell Wilson. You got Jameis Winston, Tommy DeVito, and I mean, look, he was drafted in the first round. A lot of pressure on him.
A lot of people thought that the Giants were going to draft Shador over Jackson Dart.
Exactly. And then Dart is, I mean, he's got a great arm.
He's got a cannon.
He's got a great arm, and I think Dable can really trust this guy. I think he's going to be potentially the future for the New York Giants here.
He reads the field. He reads the field well.
And the Giants do like their
he had a really great college coach in Lane Kiffin, who kind of runs like a pro style offense. So I'm not like super surprised, but I think he definitely shocked a lot of people for sure.
I mean, 1 touchdown, 154 yards, a couple of snaps. That's not bad. That's not bad for
a start. It's basically Shedeur Sanders production, considering that Russell Wilson and Jabo went in there and both scored touchdowns respectively, and DeVito was playing. Like, 3 other quarterbacks played on that team, and he was able to put those stats up. It's equal to Shedeur. Like, they both played great, and this is something exciting for Giants fans to see, where you have an Ole Miss quarterback, like former Giant quarterback Eli Manning from Ole Miss, coming in, taking over the roster, probably going to sit under 2 good vets that he can learn from.
Yep.
So he's in a really great situation. I'm excited for his future in New York.
And so, like, watching what all four quarterbacks did. I mean, Winston went 7 for 11. DeVito went 10 for 14. Obviously, we don't have expectations with him, but like, he played a good preseason game. Russell Wilson, couple of snaps, 6 for 7, and then obviously Jackson Dart. He stole the show because he's supposed to be the new face of the franchise. I feel like that another big takeaway that you just said, Kolya. These have been 2 of my 4 takeaways, and so like we've had like different opinions, almost some similar. But, like, the Giants are going to get better defensively. They actually got a little bit more stable quarterback room. And so that's why I'm still, like, surprised. What's stable about the Cowboys for you, Kolya?
Giants? They have a great quarterback.
Especially the comments that Jerry Jones continues to say, and then that even gets worse and worse and worse for that team. The distractions, the chaos, the drama. He just said it's like a soap opera. Like, come on, man. Jerry, you got to come. What are you taking? What type of edibles are you taking right now?
Hey, man, he's on some wild stuff. I didn't give it to him.
You'll see in the season. You'll see.
I mean, because I remember that you went all crazy bananas.
No,
over me when I picked the Giants over the Cowboys. I mean, you say it is stupid, but right now, who's looked more stable, especially the way the Cowboys play the Rams. Like right now,
if Micah got paid, there wouldn't be distractions. So
CeeDee Lamb got paid late. Dak Prescott got paid late. Everybody gets paid late, man.
The Miami Dolphins are living in a drama-filled locker room, and every single one of their best players has been paid, regardless of that. I think
all of their players have been hurt.
It's just regardless of players being injured. I'm talking about drama between the players and just like the organization. This is all internal from the organization, and this is all their fault, and they cannot control their players and their team.
For real.
Like Micah Parsons, he has every right in the world to ask for that extension.
I mean, look,
every right in the world.
Kolya, remember, Who's the owner? Who's basically the general manager, the president, like the whole thing of that organization? Who's the only one that speaks?
I don't trust Brian Dable. I'll tell you that right now. I don't trust Brian Dable. I think he's a good developer. I don't trust him as a head coach.
It's okay. A lot of people don't like Dable. I'm on 50-50 with Dable, to be honest.
I know
because he's proven me one good season and one shit season.
But I know Saquon Barkley was a big factor of them making it into the playoffs. But I need you guys to understand that he went to the playoffs with a Daniel Jones throwing the ball.
I remember.
And they beat the Vikings. Daniel Jones beat the Vikings. I'm not saying that he's the reason that they won. I'm just saying
he's starting quarterback for the Colts.
Right now he's QB2. Well, right now Daniel Jones is a QB2. Anthony Richardson is still
Anthony Richardson
still.
No, it was both. They
got their situations because Anthony Richardson also he injured his thumb, if I'm not mistaken. So many things happening with him.
It's always something with him.
Yeah, it's always him right now, and it's sad because he's a Gator Nation alumni. So that hurts for me, even though we're the champions in basketball. Remember that name?
Yeah.
What happened week one? What happened week one? Games versus Florida. What happened week one? Games versus Florida?
Oh man, come on, man. Florida didn't have expectations.
Same thing's gonna happen this year. Same thing's gonna happen this year, Raul.
They're actually top 10 ranked coming in this season. The Gators. I know you might.
We're top 10 too.
I know. So I'll see you on the field.
Yeah, we'll go
DJ Lagway versus Carson Beth.
All right, so
that's if Lagway plays.
So Kolya, since you said 2 takeaways, just to wrap it up and go with our top 10 players.
I'll give you a couple more. So I really love your team, the Patriots.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the Patriots.
We can both talk. We can all talk.
No. So basically, we're agreeing with the takeaways from. So we can
I got a nice spicy one.
The Patriots, I think, played well. Travion Henderson, I think, is going to be he's going to be the future running back for the Patriots. I think he's an incredible player.
I think Will Campbell become a top 3 tackle in the league.
I mean, the defense is always going to be elite. I mean, the defense.
I think Drake May is going to take a big step this year. I really do. And then the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks are one of the most physical. They look super physical in their
tied against they tied against the Raiders.
I know that they tied against the Raiders, but they look super physical. They look like a physical football team, which you didn't see a lot. From last year, because their offensive line is one of the worst in the league. But I liked what I saw out of Jalen Milroe and Drew Lock, and their running game. They got 170 yards.
Jalen Milroe has a lot to prove coming out of Alabama after the way he finished his career. So he's on a lot of pressure, and actually it's interesting. Him being with the Seahawks and Drew Lock at the same time, it could be an interesting scenario, but I don't give them that much expectations. I can see them for the playoff hunt, but not big.
I think you're sleeping on Seattle, man. I think Torrey Horton was a great draft pick. A 5th round player from Colorado State. He's been balling in preseason and in camp. I think he's going to be really, really good.
Understandable from the Patriots. He only had a couple of snaps, 3 for 5 throwing, and then 1 rushing touchdown. Definitely Drake May. I mean, I don't blame Mac Jones for the situation he was, because come on, man, Bill Belichick handled that badly, and then he picked.
That was the end of Belichick's run.
Yeah, he picked He picked 2 defensive coordinators and put them as offensive coordinators. Matt Patricia.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Who was the defensive?
Joe Judge.
Who was the defensive coordinator?
Joe Judge. Yeah. Joe Judge. Come on, guys. That was not Mac Jones' fault. But hey, the pass is the pass. Mac Jones is gonna be a backup for if I'm not mistaken, Brock Purdy right now in 49ers. So if something happens with Brock Purdy, hopefully not. We don't like players getting injured, especially when he just got paid. But Mac Jones, in that scenario, I think he's in the best situation of his career over the Patriots.
Oh yeah, for sure. And with the Shanahan system, absolutely, yeah.
And so this was one of also my takeaways. The Bengals offensively, it's predictable that they are always gonna catch fire. They're always gonna play an elite level. But then you see the defense, and you're like, man, since Joe Burrow has been in the league, this team has always started 1-3, 0-2, 1-4. So there's been some seasons that they've had to come back. They made it to the Super Bowl, twice AFC Championship game, but then the past 2 seasons, it hasn't been the same scenario. Burrow being injured also has had an effect on them. But regardless, the defense still, man, has been bad. And then Trey Hendrickson is also in the same situation. You're not going to have to pay the only guy that actually can give you, like, production. Can give you production and, like,
he's one of the best.
A signal of light. That's what I was trying to say. A signal of light. Yeah. Like, they can do something. Like, he's the leader of that team. He's the best defender. 17.5 sacks.
The last 2 years.
Like, the 2 years, and he's not getting paid. And so you're going to rely every time on the offense. Like, that was one of my takeaways because they lost 34-27. It was a preseason game, but then when you saw that chemistry between Burrow and Jamar Chase is so beautiful. But then, even though if the offense can score 30, 40 points, say, hey, sorry, Nick. Sorry, Nick, this is going to hurt you. Same situation with you, Miami. They rely on that offense too much. Their defense was so trash. Because of their defense, they actually didn't make it to the AFC Championship game. They didn't qualify for the playoffs. They actually were a team that could have won the AFC Championship game and went all the way to the national championship game. That defense.
How the hell did I catch a stray in that? How the hell did I manage to catch a stray in that hot take? How the hell did I manage to catch that?
That's for leaving the Yankees out.
I also think Tanner McKee too in that game was incredible. Yeah. I mean, he
most definitely
one of the best backup quarterbacks
for the Eagles. For real.
Now, I do have a takeaway. If you are finished, Raul.
Let's finish it off with one more takeaway. Let me know.
I think people are going to undermine this.
All right.
Keeping the name Lucky Jackson on the Minnesota Vikings. I put Kolya on this man. He's a very fun wide receiver. I think he's going to finish as the number 3 receiver by the end of the season for their roster for the Minnesota Vikings. And I also think the Minnesota Vikings are going to take a major step back from last year with J.J. McCarthy at the helm. From the way it seems, J.J. McCarthy still – from the way it seems from what I've been hearing, J.J. McCarthy's still trying to figure it out. He's practically a rookie in the locker room. This is from Jay Jettas, by the way, stating this. He's practically a rookie. He's still learning the system. Like, he still hasn't played an NFL snap yet. Basically, in the nicest way, saying this kid is trash.
Like, if anybody can figure it out, though, it's Kevin O'Connell.
That's the only hope that I have.
I mean, they had a lot of expectations on J.J. McCarthy before he got injured.
I mean, but that's the thing. It's just I don't really see that team.
I mean, he's still coming back from an injury.
It's that plus the offensive line has deteriorated over time. That offensive line is like super mediocre in my opinion. It's not the worst, it's not the best, but it can get you through some games. You have a good running back in Aaron Jones, and they have Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson's on the offense.
I like Jordan Mason too.
Defensively, that's a fun little defense that they have, but I don't see them like being a top 10 defense in this league. Like, they don't have any big names.
I actually like their offensive line. I think they
have a nice Ryan Kelly's nice.
They re-updated their
Jonathan Allen, Harrison Phillips. Like, it's a nice team. I just don't really see them making that step in the NFC. And this isn't even from me watching preseason. This is just,
I think if just McCarthy is a game manager, I think they'll be fine.
Well, we'll see.
Another takeaway I was gonna say, apart from the rest of what we saw, were the teams that basically were tied, which were the Bears, the Dolphins. You mentioned the Raiders and the Seahawks, which I agree. Sam Darnold is with the Seahawks right now, right?
Yeah. So he didn't play in the game.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's got good backup quarterbacks at the same time. So that situation that Sam Darnold is similar to the Vikings. Obviously, he doesn't have like a big top 10 wide receiver like he did in the Vikings. He doesn't have the same pieces.
And Clint Kubiak is the OC there, so new offensive coordinator, new quarterback.
Yeah. So from those 4 teams that tied, you got the Seahawks like having a better season over the Raiders who missed the playoffs, or the Dolphins and the Bears.
I love Pete Carroll. I love Pete Carroll. I think he was great for Seattle. One of the best head coaches ever.
I mean, with the Raiders, he's in a actually good scenario right now. Like,
and Geno, I think Geno is probably actually an upgrade compared to
O'Connell.
Yeah, to Aiden O'Connell, but Seattle kind of downgraded a little bit with Sam Darnold, but I think
it's a downgrade, bro.
I mean,
it's a little bit of a downgrade. It's a little bit of a
after
downgrade.
the season that he had with the bye.
I think Gino.
Bro, he resurrected his career.
Up there.
He resurrected his career.
He did, but I feel like both of them are
how consistent. The question is going to be with Darnold. How consistent can he be?
And that's the question. Is Gino, how consistent can he be on a different team? He's
So
only had success on the Seahawks.
So I feel.
But I mean, he's got the same chemistry with
just to wrap it up. And all right, so guys, we'll do like a quick 5-minute on this topic, but
yeah, we'll do our consensus. We have
last takeaway I wanted to say from those teams that tied between the Bears and the Dolphins. Like, you already know, Dolphins got so many issues right now. Like, I mean, I'm not offensively. I feel like they're gonna do obviously better than the defensive side. I mean, like, as long as you still got Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill there, and Tua stays healthy, if they protect them, they can still like put numbers on the scoreboard.
I will say,
you cannot block. No one can block on that team. No one.
I will say, Quinn Ewers did not have a good game.
He's a project.
Yeah,
7th-round pick. It's fine.
Yeah. So I just to finish it up, I just want to say that the Bears, like Ben Johnson, as a head coach, being an amazing offensive coordinator, if he cannot basically, figure out what Caleb Williams can become
in the
league. If
he can't fix Caleb Williams,
like, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not talking about Caleb Williams. I'm not even talking about his surroundings, because also remember, Keenan Allen is back with the Chargers. He's not in that area no more. You know what I'm saying? So they lost a big piece right there. And so this could be a season that, all right, let's give him another break with Caleb Williams. Like, now they're going to rely too much on DJ Moore. And so what I'm trying to say is that I don't know what's going to happen to that franchise in general if they actually are not at least in the mixture of trying to make it to the playoffs, like in the playoff hunt, especially in the NFC. They're not in the NFC. So for me, that was a big takeaway. And at the same time, bro, give Caleb Williams a couple of snaps. Just give him a couple of snaps. Like, come on, man. Patrick Mahomes
He's looked bad in camp too.
He's not happy.
So that's what I'm saying. So if you have a big offensive coordinator now being head coach, trying to like basically not make him change his style of play, but make it better and know how to move out of the pocket in the NFL compared to the collegiate level, like, I don't know what's going to happen with that organization overall. That's actually the most haunted organization one can name since they won that championship in the 80s with the best defensive line we've seen in history. But right now, like, they need to figure their you-know-what.
Yeah.
So,
they really do.
Kolya, you have the list. So
I do have the list.
You can start with me or Nick. Say our top 10.
Oh, you want to read our top 10, and then we'll do the group consensus, I guess.
Oh, so individually?
Yeah, we'll do our individual top 10.
All right, I'll read out my top 10 players. Honorable mention goes to Lane Johnson of the Philadelphia Eagles. I think he's the best offensive tackle in football. But yeah, I mean, I don't. It was tough for me between him and my number 10 player, which was Chris Jones from the Kansas City Chiefs. I think he's an incredible player, and he missed some games last year, but that was due to contract stuff. He still finished as a first-team All-Pro, which he's done the past 3 seasons. He's a 3-time champ. I mean, he's incredible player, and he is like one of the reasons that the Chiefs have such a great defense. My number 9 player,
especially the defensive coordinator side. Let's just also go with that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think Spagnuolo's awesome too.
There you go. All right.
Yeah. But Chris Jones, like, veteran guy, he's helped out.
It's the first time
Karlaftis and McDuffie and stuff like that. So
I mean, Kolya, it's the first time in the last 2 seasons that Patrick Mahomes has had help from the defense, because mostly
I mean, he can now rely on the defense, and I think Chris Jones is, he deserved to get paid what he did because he's that good. My number 9 player, I went with Saquon Barkley. I know that may be a little low for some people, but I mean, I think that there are just 8 players that are just better. I mean, Saquon can impact the game. He had the best season of his career last season, so probably that's why you guys have him higher. I don't know how healthy he's going to be. Because you never know what can happen. He's been injured like he's been injured like almost every season. So that's why I have him that low. Number 8, I got Micah Parsons. Enough that one of the
I'll glaze him in a little bit. It's okay.
One of the 2 best edge rushers, I think.
I don't know what is going to happen with him because if he doesn't get paid, he's going to sit out. So
get ready to hear my argument. He's still an impactful player. He's still one of the best players in the league, regardless of if he gets paid or not.
Yeah,
I know that he wants to make Myles Garrett money, and I'll get to Myles Garrett, but yeah, I think he definitely deserves to get paid a lot of money because he's that good. And he can switch positions, linebacker to edge. I think he's definitely one of the best players, and probably should be in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation every year because he is that good.
Okay.
Number 7, I have Jamar Chase. I think he's one of the 2 best receivers in the league. He had 16 touchdowns last year. I think. I disagree with you, Nick. I think when Chase is out, Burrow has to really rely on T. Higgins. But I think with Chase, it's his safety blanket, and I think he is better he's a better long ball receiver than Justin Jefferson, in my opinion. Justin Jefferson's a better route runner, but Chase, if you need a deep play and you need a big play, he's the guy. Okay. Number 6, I'm going with the Defensive Player of the Year, Pat Surtain. I think he's the best corner in the league. Denver's a great defense. Yeah,
Denver's gonna look interesting in the defensive side this year.
Yeah, I mean they were really good last year, and they got even better.
And Bo Nix, they
got even better.
Yeah, last season offensively. Yep.
Number 5, I went with the MVP, Josh Allen. I think
you put him where?
I put him at 5. I think that there are quarterbacks that are better. I think Justin Jefferson is better, who's my number 4 player, and Myles Garrett is my number 3 player. I think those guys are better. Josh Allen, to me, it felt like they had to give him the award because he finished second 2 years in a row. So, to me, he's number 5.
So, even when he lost his 2 best wide receivers, a lot of people doubted him. Yeah. Since he lost 2 wide.
Not really, because he was number.
No.
He was.
When Stephon Diggs left, second. When Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs left the team, a lot of people were like, "All right, let's see." Because remember, a lot of people were talking about, "Oh, Josh Allen got better because of Stephon Diggs." All right, let's see him without Stephon Diggs. He actually played his best season of career. Who was his first option throwing? Let's just his most reliable.
Khalil. And then eventually Amari Cooper.
And Dawson Knox, okay. But come on, man.
I think
I'm not trying to disrespect those players, but it's not the same level as Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis, who scored 4 touchdowns in that playoff game against the Chiefs.
Gabe Davis is overrated. Well, let's be real about that. I think everybody should. I think if you're a football fan, you should know that. He had 1 good game in the playoffs.
Oh, 1 good game. He had a good season.
He had a good season.
He had a decent season.
For his role, he had a good season.
Yeah, for a wide receiver 2, he had a good.
Who's your number 2 and your number 1?
You know that number 4 is Justin Jefferson.
It wasn't Josh Allen the Bills that knocked out the Ravens? Oh. Right?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean. I mean, you still have Lamar number 1.
So basically.
So what does that tell you?
I'm getting to that.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just saying that you have in top 5. I'm just saying you have in 5. I have Justin Jefferson at 4. I think he's had he's had rotating quarterbacks and still been productive.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins, Sam Darnold, and now McCarthy, and he's an incredible player.
I got scared. I thought he was going to name Kirk Cousins I was like, wait.
No.
I was going to do it for a second too.
That's a wrap. I'm out.
Miles Garrett at 3. I think he's the best non-quarterback in the NFL. I mean, he's
Beast.
unreal.
Beast.
Yeah,
He can play basketball.
Mean,
he can play basketball if he wants also.
Dude,
he's athletic.
And like he deserved every penny that he got paid this
offseason. Team can't pay anybody else.
It does. I mean, they're going to be bad anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Better investment than Deshaun Watson, but
yeah,
Miles,
that's for sure.
By Miles.
But I mean, yeah, Miles Garrett. I mean, he's a defensive player. He's always up there. You know, I think when he's healthy, he's one of the best players in the NFL. At number 2, I had Patrick Mahomes. I think it's hard to diss Patrick Mahomes because he's been that guy, man. I mean, like even with his bad receivers, he still had good seasons.
That's true.
I mean, 50 touchdowns in one season,
but yes,
and then MVPs. But yeah, last year didn't play great, but I think it was a mix of.
Travis Kelce didn't play well as well.
Exactly. So
because he's on the edge of retirement,
and they weren't entirely healthy either. So I still think Mahomes is
number 1,
and number 1 is Lamar. I think by far he's the best player in the NFL. I don't think that's out of the question.
All right, so name my list, and then I'll give you the quickest details, man. Cause we surpassed today.
Sorry. Sorry. So your honorable mention, you had Jamar Chase.
Quickly, because I understand
that
we would like to see him with another quarterback to see if he can produce the same thing as being with Joe Burrow, but still Jamar Chase, like, man, even when he has the expectations, he surpasses
even when Burrow went out a few years ago, he still played.
Yeah, Bob. All right, number 10.
Number 10, you had Mike Evans.
Mike Evans since 2015 with numerous quarterbacks before Tom Brady appeared. When then Tom Brady left and then Baker Mayfield came. Like, I give props to Baker Mayfield. That's another guy that basically reinvent himself, resurrect his career. He's been balling. 3-year, $100 million, well-deserved. But Mike Evans has a lot to do with that because wherever Baker Mayfield throws the ball, even if it's consistent and accurate, Mike Evans is going to catch it one-handed, two-handed. He'll run routes. He's a good route runner. He also gets creative. You know what I'm saying? He improvises. And like I said, since 2015, what we are right now, minimum 1,000 yards. All right, next.
You had George Kittle at number 9.
That one I like to see on your list. That one I really like.
That's right now, like, there's been a debate who's the best tight end, either him and Travis Kelce. George Kittle, you got to understand that he's also had, like, that quarterback situation with Jimmy Garoppolo and then so many replacements. Remember that season when they had 4 – remember that season when there were 4 different quarterbacks that got injured? They rely on Christian McCaffrey.
Peterman, C.J. Beathard, Nick Mullins, Jimmy Garoppolo. It was wild.
George Kittle handles everything in the most professional way, and he still balls. Like, for me,
he's the best blocking tight end.
And he's the best blocking tight end. He's an overall. All right, next.
Number 8, you had Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow, injured or not, when he's on the field, even when an O-line that cannot protect him, even if that was each and one of those players' mother, they cannot protect him. Like, that dude sometimes, and he's not a runner. Like, sometimes he's got to run for his life, and he still makes unbelievable throws. He gets creative. He improvises when he needs to, when the play is not when the play right now is not operating the way they want it. And he's been compared as a Tom Brady. It's not his fault. His defense is trash. But Joe Burrow, the only problem he has is not being mostly healthy. If he stays healthy the rest of his career, man, he definitely is going to win multiple championships.
Yep. 100%.
Well, what about with Mahomes being there? Or Josh Allen or Lamar? It's going to be tough. But
who's the number 7?
Number 7, you have Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett has been the most important Cleveland Brown player since he arrived there. And when their defense has been playing good the past because of him, his leadership, and he was defensive player of the year a couple of seasons ago. And at the same time, like, without him, their defense for me is gonna disappear. It's not gonna be the same way. It's not gonna be equally impactful. When their offense, their best offensive player for me was either Nick Chubb or what was his other running?
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt. But look at all the quarterbacks that they've had. Look at the pieces they've gotten, like in the wideout and all that. Nothing has literally been solved for them. And then when they thought they had Deshaun Watson as being the new face of the franchise, nope. Myles Garrett is still the most impactful player. He's, for me, the second best defensive player. Now I'm going to mention who's the best defensive player. But yeah, got to have him in the top 10.
Okay. And number 6?
Number 6, you had Justin Jefferson.
I mean, he's the best wide receiver. He's the best wide receiver. Yeah. Yes, he is. He's the best wide receiver. At the same time, like he's had numerous quarterbacks at the same time, and he still produces something similar as Mike Evans. He still produces. Like, the dude is crazy. That basically it's like watching art. It's like watching Jerry Rice. And if he has a stable quarterback for the rest of his career, another dude that can be a Super Bowl MVP instead of the quarterback. And he could be the main reason how farthest they can go if he stays with the Vikings. And so, like, I gotta have them in that spot, because now here comes the real.
Yeah, I like this one. I really like this
Number
one.
5, you have T.J. Watt.
I got T.J. Watt because he's the best defensive player of the league. And not only that, come on, guys, the dude. All right, so you're telling me that the Steelers.
I think Myles Garrett's better.
I mean, you're telling me. All right, so you're telling me, since he's been with the Steelers, that the reason whether they made it to the playoffs or Mike Tomlin hasn't had a losing season is not because of him?
I mean, I'm not going to disagree that, but I don't know.
You take TJ Watt, it's gonna hurt them a lot. I can promise you.
I mean, listen, TJ Watt is, I'm not going to deny, one of the best players in the world. But you have him listed as your best defensive player in the league.
Didn't he tie the record for more sacks?
He did. I'm not denying that. I mean, trust me, that is an amazing pick.
But then he got hurt.
So because he got hurt one season,
yes.
Now we're going to cast him off. You guys got to be kidding.
Yeah, that's what I did with Joe Burrow. That's what I did with Joe Burrow.
Guys, come on. Every single year, the Steelers' defense is top 10. Their offense is trash, and that's why they survive.
Listen,
it's about survival of the fittest.
I think there's someone better than him.
All right. Next.
Number 4, you had Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, just like Kolya said, Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. After Tyreek Hill left, like, he's had also numerous different wide receivers. Remember that?
No.
Was me. Wait. My mic was.
No, he's good. He's good.
Oh, okay.
My mic was mute.
We freaked out so hard. We're like, no.
My mic. All right, so let me wrap it up. That season was they led the NFL in drop passes. Every single wide receiver, even Travis Kelce.
It wasn't his fault.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't his fault, and he still took them to the Super Bowl and they won.
Yeah.
Like, the dude is a magician. The dude is a magician. The dude is a magician. No matter what season. I mean, what do you expect from the Kansas City Chiefs? Something similar to the Astros. They're always going to make it to the AFC Championship minimum,
or the
maximum,
Super Bowl.
Win or lose.
Perfection.
Win or lose.
You expect perfection.
Exactly.
All right, top 3.
Number 3, Saquon Barkley.
I mean, bro, it only took 1 year to also take a lot of pressure off Jalen Hurts. And it's helpful, which he has had the best O-line in his career since Penn State, since with the Giants, and now with the Eagles. That's why a lot of people were saying, man, the Eagles, if they stay healthy, they're going to win it all, because now Saquon Barkley with Jalen Hurts, 2 of the best rushers and combined rushing yards together, that was a dynamic duo. And look how he run the hell out of that field against every single team, against the worst defensive teams, against the best defensive teams. Like, he was unstoppable. Obviously, the most important factor was not what he was producing. He stayed healthy. And with that O-line, he's supposed to stay healthy. I mean, you just saw what he did in the Super Bowl. They gave it to Jalen Hurts because he's a two-way player. He's a thrower. He's a rusher. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, like Jalen Hurts, a lot of people don't give him credit. And you're going to say, so why do you have him in the top 10? I mean, still, like, I cannot put them over those impactful or most valuable players to their team. And I know Jalen Hurts is the number one for the Eagles. I mean, the face of the franchise. But Lane Johnson, that's a big factor on how he gets protected. Saquon Barkley, the pressure that he's taking off from him, that's a big factor. So at the same time, you got to take that in consideration.
Of course. All right. And number two?
Number 2, you had Josh Allen.
All right, so Kolya. Josh Allen, a lot of people had questions on him since Stephon Diggs
in one season.
And Gabe Davis. And look what he did. He had his best season.
He had his best season. To me, it felt like the Joel Embiid MVP of the NFL. It felt like
so they had to give it to him. They had to give it to him.
It should have been Lamar.
Last year should have been Lamar.
You know why he wanted? Because this actually, I knew this was gonna be like the scenario. Whoever wins between these two is gonna win the MVP.
It should have been Lamar though. It's a regular season award.
I know it's a regular season award, but you already know sometimes they take a little bit of the playoffs in consideration. Sometimes. And so it's understandable. Don't give me those fingers, man. Come on, it's it's the truth. Like behind the curtain, behind the curtain, that sometimes has a factor on it. But come on, man. Like people doubted him because he lost 2 of his best weapons, and he still proved to be like one of the best quarterbacks in the league, if not the best, by winning the MVP. I don't have him as the best, but like at least top 3 quarterbacks. And at the same time,
I had a top 3.
And at the same time, he limited his interceptions. He limited his turnovers. That's where he was always criticized on. This season, he worked on it, and look how it worked on.
You guys are basing this off of one season. I'm basing it off of their careers.
Through his career, it's been good. We were having questions about this season, and he answered them. We were having questions about this season, and he answered them.
In reality, Josh Allen's first 2 seasons of his career were his first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
After that, perfect.
He had a terrible season. He just committed too many interceptions, but that doesn't mean he had a horrible season, man. Come on.
Well, okay. From numbers perspective, yes, but like as you're playing, from the first time I saw Josh Allen play as a rookie, I liked him personally, regardless of the 50% completion percentage, 12 interceptions, 10 touchdowns. I like Josh Allen. I saw a lot of potential in him. I saw him honestly as like a John Elway type player, and that's what he's becoming. He's literally becoming that right before our fucking eyes.
Except he can't make it to the Super Bowl. But.
The Buffalo curse.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes always in his way.
Yeah. Number 1 though, Raul, you had Lamar Jackson.
I mean, do I gotta describe this? Can I just wrap it up? It's Lamar Jackson, man.
Oh yeah.
I know.
I mean, yeah. Like you just said.
Here's
a teaser for the audience. He's the number 1 player.
Like you just said. Apparently, Josh Allen was the Embiid of the league, so they had to give it to him finally. But if that's not the reason, who wins the MVP this season again? Lamar Jackson. Should
have been
3 MVPs. But he also has the same situation with Josh Allen. He cannot make it to the Super Bowl. But in this case, he lost to Josh Allen and the Bills.
It's bull. It's all bull, in my opinion.
So we got an hour and 23 minutes. So just to make it,
I'm gonna wrap.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Just to make it evenly at 1:30, you got 7 exact minutes.
All right. So Nick,
if it's okay with you, I would actually like to read off my top 10 because I'm actually going to move one player on my position that's going to piss off a lot of people. So my honorable mention, I would like to have Derrick Henry on my honorable mention. Derrick Henry, second best running back in the league, arguably the number 1 running back in the league. Everyone thought that he was going to fall off this year.
Got an extension.
Got his extension. Like the guy balled out this year, bro. I honestly thought about moving him into my top 10, but I can't because at number 10 I have Patrick Mahomes. So originally on my list,
Kolya just not like. Okay.
So originally on my list, I had Fred Warner on my list, but I'm deciding to move Patrick Mahomes down based off of last season's performance. Yes, he is an exceptional quarterback. Do not get me wrong; he's an incredible quarterback. Top 4, top 3 quarterback, possibly. Don't get me wrong. And I don't want to discredit him for the drop passes, the interception, but I'm sorry, man.
It wasn't his fault. That's what I'm saying.
I understand it's not his fault, but I saw a lot more production from other quarterbacks that I thought were better than him throughout the regular season and throughout the entire season.
So he took their team to the Super Bowl. All right, so let's just sit down Patrick Mahomes for this season. What do you see the Chiefs?
Okay, well, who's the number one receiver? Let's start with there.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
and how's his offensive line?
Right, so take Patrick Mahomes off to this season. Do they make it to the playoffs? Do they make it to the playoffs?
Yeah, but that's yes. That's the team that you're considering.
No, they don't.
I'm okay.
No, they don't make it to the playoffs.
I'm saying
that Patrick Mahomes, they don't take it to the playoffs.
Yes. Okay. Obviously, yes. With Patrick Mahomes, they're going to make the playoffs every single season. But I consider there's other quarterbacks and other players right now that are better than Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes had a down season last year for his standards, and yes, that may not have been his fault, but he had his down season, and there were other players that outshined and performed him. That's just my opinion. That's also in the stats and the numbers and from the games. You can watch those games. You'd be like, man, Mahomes actually played pretty well, but he could have limited on the turnovers because there was a couple games where you did see him throw ducks in the middle of the field and he threw picks.
Sometimes
14 interceptions.
Sometimes he's running for his life.
No, but hey, man, he was making magic
against that Eagles defense, against the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl.
But look what happened at the beginning of the game. Look what happened at the beginning of the Super Bowl against the Eagles. Cooper DeJean. Right over the middle of the field. That was an error. That was an awful pass. Everyone knew it. Regardless of the offensive line playing like crap that game, because they did play like crap that game. That one pass right there, he had protection. And he just threw a duck, bro. And let's not forget, in every single Super Bowl that Patrick Mahomes has played in, he's thrown at least 1 or 2 interceptions. So I'm not discrediting that he's a great player. He's an amazing player.
But at the same time, 3-time Super Bowl MVP.
Listen, man, but that's why I'm putting. That's why I have. Listen, I have a number 10 and number 9. I have Fred Warner.
I can't believe that you put
from the defensive side of the 49ers.
I'm sorry, that's my
fourth best quarterback.
I'm sorry, but it's my list. But Fred Warner is my number 9 player. I think Fred Warner is the best linebacker in the league. He's one of the best defensive players in the league.
So he's better than Micah. He's better than TJ. He's better than Myles Garrett.
Yeah. Well, no, he's got Micah.
Yeah, you gotta wait for me to get there. You gotta wait for me. This is number 9.
All right, so he's better than TJ and Myles Garrett. I mean,
considering that TJ Watt has been dealing with injuries almost his entire career, yes. Regardless of the fact that TJ Watt broke the record, yes. He was a middle linebacker.
TJ Watt was a defensive player of the year, yes.
Okay, how many years in a row has Fred Warner been considered a defensive player of the year nominee and should have won it, by the way?
0.
Zero?
He plays middle linebacker.
And middle linebacker is an extremely important position. He's the best in his position. 100%.
He's the best in his position, but that doesn't mean that he's top 10. Okay, so if I said a kicker is the best in his position, is he top 10?
No.
There you go.
But I'm allowed to say that Fred Warner is the best because progressively every single season he's done the exact same thing. He's either top 5 in tackles, he's producing interceptions, sacks, tackles, TFLs, forced fumbles. He does everything for that. He does everything for that team like Luke Kuechly.
He's a great.
And I want to put Luke Kuechly out there as an example because Fred Warner plays like him, dude. Like, people discredit Fred Warner so much, bro, and Roquan Smith. I wanted to put Roquan Smith in my top 10, but I couldn't because I was like, you know what? I think Fred Warner is the overall better player. And there's a lot of great defensive players out there, like TJ Watt, for example. But I think Fred Warner is just an overall better player because, yes, TJ Watt can play the outside edge, play a little bit of pass coverage, very little pass coverage. He's just a pure edge rusher, dude. I like flexible players. That's why I have him in my top 10. This guy can do so many different things on the field
because he can only play linebacker.
He can play outside linebacker, middle linebacker.
All right. So you talked about Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. What about Fred Warner in the Super Bowl?
Fred Warner in the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
he lost. He lost. It is what it is. But I still consider him a top 10 player. He's one of my favorite players. I love him, bro.
Where was the impactful moment that he could have actually been the guy?
It was literally him alone against Patrick Mahomes. He lost Dre Greenlaw and like a couple of his players on that team. Come on, bro. You're telling me that?
But now you're talking about teams.
Oh, he was bringing up first. You brought it up first.
No, but with Mahomes, it was Mahomes is bad.
Well, I never said Mahomes was bad. Now you're just putting words.
No, because you said Mahomes
interceptions.
I literally just said I am not discrediting the fact that Mahomes is a great player. Mahomes had 14 interceptions. Yes, a lot of them were drop passes, but a lot of his throws though were fucking ducks. He threw ducks. It was the worst season I have ever seen Patrick Mahomes have, dude. Like, people watched him play and were like, "Yes, he's throwing for 4,000 yards, cool," but this isn't the Patrick Mahomes that we normally see. That's why I have him at top 10, at number 10. I know you think I'm crazy. You can think I'm crazy, Dak Prescott fan. Go for it. At number 8, I'm going to say Justin Jefferson.
All right, Tua, boy.
At number 8, I'm going to say Justin Jefferson. There's really not much to be said. He's one of the best route runners in the league. He's an incredible player. I think he's the best wide receiver in the league over Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, fucking anybody, dude.
Why isn't he higher?
Well, because there I put Joe Burrow at number 7.
I
think Joe Burrow is the top. He was the top 3 quarterback this year. He was for sure an MVP candidate. 45 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Yes, a lot of people want to give credit to Jamar Chase, which they should, because Jamar Chase had 1,700 yards, was number 1 in receiving.
If it would have been the playoffs and that defense wasn't so trash, you could have maybe be in that conversation, like a difficult choice between him, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen to get the MVP vote.
Yeah, but for the most part, I think Joe Burrow is him. I think he's that guy. He's been that guy for a while, you know? Yeah. And I'm not trying to discredit Jamar Chase either. And a lot of people, and like for this one, for example, already putting words in my mouth saying that I'm calling someone bad when I never did. I want to put that out there. I never called anyone bad. Joe Burrow is an elite quarterback. 45 touchdowns to 9 interceptions this season.
He's
great. He's had 2 receivers almost every single season in the 1,000-yard club.
Burrow's throwing ducks. Burrow's throwing some ducks.
No, ducks? Yeah. 9 interceptions to 14 interceptions.
Oh, look at Josh Allen, like not this past season, but the year before, 15 interceptions, and then cleaned it up and only had like 5.
But the difference between Josh Allen and a majority of these quarterbacks is he makes up for it with his running, and he produces touchdowns on the ground by averaging fucking 500 yards per season.
Mahomes and Burrow can both move. They don't like to move, but they like.
But that's not their style of offense. Joe Burrow's style of offense is not that. Joe Burrow has for almost his entire career with T. Higgins and Jamar Chase has gotten both of them into the 1,000-yard club almost every single season. I think T. Higgins has only maybe hit it like twice or 3 times. Last year he should have hit it.
He also, the team that actually when they could have won a Super Bowl with Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon. That team.
But who was the guy leading the helm?
Jamar Chase.
Okay, whatever. Well, we're gonna move past this before I start throwing pans. At number 6, I'm gonna go Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett, incredible player. I love him. Great edge rusher off the side.
Too much.
But again, I don't want to. As you guys can see, I clearly don't want to be like rinky dink. Just put the same people as like Bleacher Report. Yeah. Like I'm going different. At number 5, I'm putting Pat Surtain II.
He's the best defensive player.
He's not the best defensive player in my mind because there's someone else up there. But Pat Surtain II is ridiculous, bro. Yeah. He's awesome. I love him to death. He can.
And there is a real conversation between who is better, him or Sauce, and I think he's clearly proven that he's way better than Sauce. Yeah. Sorry to Sauce.
And then I know I'm over time, so I'm gonna go quick here. At number 4, I'm gonna go Josh Allen. Enough to be said. Josh Allen. He won his Mickey Mouse MVP in my opinion last year. Should have been Lamar's. Great player. Still not discrediting him, but beat him in the playoffs. Beat Lamar in the playoffs. He's a cannon of an arm. He can do everything. Again, there's not much to be said about Josh Allen. Sorry, Laura. He's at number 4. I know if you ever watch this, I hope this disrespects you. I'm kidding. At number 3, I'm going to go Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley, enough to be said. He's a dog. Number 1 in rushing. He can do anything on the field, receiving back, running back, a power back, elusive back, anything you can do with him. At number 2, I have Micah Parsons.
Oh, and he can jump backwards.
Yeah, he can jump backwards.
Yeah, he can jump backwards.
And dodge a bullet.
The number 2 player in the entire league, I have Micah Parsons. Now.
Yeah, I had the same reaction.
Now, the reason why I say Micah Parsons is number 2 is the amount of flexibility that this guy has no matter where he plays in the field. And you guys can look at me like I'm fucking crazy. You guys can look at me like I'm crazy.
Jerry.
And you guys look at me like I'm crazy because of all the drama going on with Jerry Jones and how he wants his bag.
I feel like Micah has a Nick Dupont type of agent. That's why he's not getting paid.
Okay. All right. Well, respectfully, Micah Parsons.
That's why I had
how many different positions can he play on the field? Realistically,
how
many?
Everywhere.
2?
Yes.
Everywhere.
Except corner. I will not put him at corner. He has the feet for it, but he can't play corner.
He
can play safety?
He can't. No, he can't play safety.
Yes, he can.
No.
He could.
I don't think he can play safety.
He's too big.
He literally plays outside linebacker and pass coverage.
He's too big to play safety.
He plays outside linebacker and pass coverage against wide receivers all the time.
But he cannot cover a Justin Jefferson. He cannot cover a Tyreek Hill. He cannot cover those type of even a Devontae Adams.
Linebacker. He can play outside linebacker, middle linebacker. He can play edge. Inside. He can play defensive line. He can play almost anywhere on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. part.
Like, dude, like,
I don't agree with the second, but with the second
like, listen,
decision.
but the reason why I see him, he's someone that I can believe that can get to that record that TJ Watt has, and add a little more production to that. Because mind you, we've seen him get interceptions, we've seen him force fumbles, we've seen him basically perform a job of a middle linebacker and an edge rusher. Dude.
We've also seen him in the playoffs not do anything.
Well, I mean, shit, man. What about Lamar Jackson? What about Lamar Jackson then, huh? What about Lamar Jackson? Why is he everyone's number one then? If he hasn't been shit in the playoffs,
the last
no. Why is Lamar Jackson number one if he hasn't done shit?
The last two playoffs, he's actually playing better than when he began his career.
Better, but still can't get over that hump, right? But he's still number one on everyone's board.
Well, can Micah Parsons make it to the playoffs? Micah
Parsons did make it to the playoffs. What happened? Dak Prescott decided to slide at the 50-yard line. It was all suck.
Oh, no, I agree with you that it's all Dak Prescott's fault and Mike McCarthy. But at the same time, those losses in the playoffs, I mean, the defense didn't do anything either. So,
But now you're talking about a whole team. Like he was yelling at me about. You're talking about a whole team. You're literally discrediting one player based off of a whole team performance.
All right, so
this is the problem with this.
What you just mentioned with this topic about like, oh, what has Lamar Jackson done? Well, he's gotten better. Can I now see if the Cowboys make it to the playoffs, which I'm discarding them from the playoffs, and see what he can do? That's what
the Cowboys won't. But Micah Parsons, wherever he goes, he will perform. That is guaranteed. That is guaranteed.
Well, he already asked for a trade.
He's a future Seahawk.
And then number one, Lamar Jackson, fucking number one in everything this year. 41 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, like almost 1,000 yards rushing too. Like, I'm sorry, like he's a clear consensus. Yep. But again, you guys cannot bring up this playoff shit with me, because if you guys can't have Patrick Mahomes at number one either, then you can't bring up the playoff shit.
Well, I had Mahomes at 2.
No, you can't talk either, because Mahomes wasn't your number one. You want to talk about bad playoff performances? So everyone on that list that you named right there should not be on that list then.
So that's a big hot take from Nick, and we're going to wrap it up. I mean, it couldn't be the best way to wrap it up, because literally I was seeing his veins in his neck, and I'm getting worried. So since we actually hit the 1 hour 36 mark, 1 Chris Bosh, 3 Dwayne Wade, 6 LeBron. Let's finish it off with that timing. So I'm Raul Pagan. This is Kolya Zabler, Nick Dupont. Guys, we'll see you next week.